It says I'm live. What's up, y'all? It's GT Junior Grows in Alaska, and I'm just here for a short time, real quick. Um, I know Mama Shirley, Miss Shirley, OG Gardner. I know she live, but I got to get it in. Y'all know my consistency is just not popping like that. I have to get it when I can get it. I'm at work right now, and I needed to take me a little 15-minute break, and I said, you know what? Let me share with y'all, see what's good with y'all. No one has came in yet. Let's see. Where is my music? Hopefully y'all can hear me. I have these new earbuds now. Look, I even put lotion on my hand. Man, these hands. I cut my hair. So I got a couple of cuts in before. What's up with you, Happy Mac? How you doing? It's all about me. It's on you. It's on you. Hope you can hear me well. Let's turn on this ticker real quick. Yeah, but it's turning out to be a nice productive day today. I when I get ready to get off, my wife told me about some adjustments that she thinks may be necessary for the chicken coop. So I'll be making those adjustments. We're gonna turn the music down really low this time. Yeah, let's go back to the comments. What's up with you, Texas? CC, how you doing? I hope all is well. My day is going pretty well, Happy Mac. I me and my wife had some funny moments and some cool moments this morning, so that was cool. Yeah, last night was spectacular, y'all. What's up with you, K Renee? How you doing, girl? Hey, Barry. What's up with you, Barry? Hope all is well with you. Last week, y'all, we had hit 39 at nighttime, so that means it's time for us to switch. So I brought my plants closer to my house versus keeping them uh, in the greenhouse, and I didn't shoot a video. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring my plants into the garage because I'm messing up. But I don't have the same kind of time a lot. I really, really, really don't. I really don't. I've been working on this chicken coop because there was a couple of patches that needed to be fixed. There was a couple of things that I needed to get done because that winter time is coming, and once that winter time hit, you can't dig in the ground. So I have six, six of the ten, no, six of the nine posts dug out for my electric fence. I'm gonna put an electric fence up, and that electric fence is gonna try to keep the bears out and the moose out. Mainly the bears because the moose they're not gonna do anything with the chickens. Um, but yeah, last night though, y'all, I had we had bought a TV. Walmart, I mean Wally World. Wally World had TVs on sale. I don't know if it was a sale or not, but they had TVs there, and the TV was spectacular. I mean, it was like $300, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta grab it real quick. So two, it was 297, 297 and 99 cents for a 65-inch TV, and um, I see riding around in my neighborhood, I can actually see that people believe that we live in a good neighborhood because they they don't cut up their boxes. They don't put their boxes in the trash cans or anything like that. I do. When we bought a TV like 6 months ago for the downstairs living room, and I'm cutting up the box, and my son said, "Why you cut it up, Dad?" And I said, "It's because you're not supposed to be advertising to anybody what you have or what you're buying or anything like that." And he was like, "I was like, yeah, I grew up differently, so you your accomplishments or whatever, somebody might see it differently than, the way you see it. So go ahead and just cut it up." And I was like, okay then, Dad. So he's gonna be cutting that up. So last night, I got a TV up in my room. Well, me and my wife's room, Got a switched out that TV, put it up, and it was just big enough to fit in the corner, but it felt good. Like me and my wife, we got it up. Well, I got it up, and then there were certain parts where I was holding it, and I needed her to put the screws in just to start it real quick so that he could stay in place a little bit. And she gonna jump her tail up on the on the chair with me. I said, "Girl, we're too big to be up here like this." Like that chick gonna say, "I give up." And then we made jokes about that and stuff. That was last night. And then last night, me and my son, we put together, um, put his TV on the wall, and he got an upgrade because he had like a 29-inch TV, not even that big. It was a small TV. We was able to double that, put him up a TV, and me and him was in there getting it in, and it felt good. I got a picture of that. He don't like to take pictures and stuff, but I'm a picture guy. So yeah. I see that a couple people came in here. I'm just talking. Um, I got about 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna go back to work. But I had just wanted to tell you. Oh, and then I smoked some ribs, y'all. I put the ribs in there, 3 hours, 250. Had that seasoning on there. Had it on there from about 5:30 to about 6:30, just sitting in there. And then I threw that mug in the smoker. That mug was good. And I had did a whole what I did 3 slabs. I did 3 slabs. I gave a slab and a half to one of my jobs, one of the locations that my work garden. I took one of those to my work garden, and they loved it. Um, from the last time they loved it, but I cooked those on a barbecue grill. So hopefully they like these. I was talking about it, and one of the guys that worked there, he was like, "Hey man," da, 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 da." So I was like, "Yeah, I'll hook them up." So I got to stop by there today. They probably done had the ribs already, so I can stop by there, grab the Pyrex dish because I haven't left too many like um, the storage containers that you put in the refrigerator or whatever. I have a whole bunch of them over at their house, and it's like I don't even feel like asking for them. So yeah, but um, I see that a couple people made it in. I'm gonna say hello in a minute. I'm just trying to get these thoughts out because I ain't seen y'all in a little while. Um, when I am on people's channel, I'm doing a lot of driving now. I got goals, y'all. Me and my wife, we made this big purchase. Well, it's big to me because it cost more than my car. My car was $9,700. This purchase that we made, it was on some grown man junk. You know what I'm saying? We evaluated, the upgrades that we need to make to the house or whatever. And one of those upgrades is we needed to put money into getting the sliding glass door fixed. Sliding glass door was we're gonna be since we have the chickens outside, we're gonna have to go outside a lot more, a whole lot more. So with that being said, the door is already having issues, and so we had it evaluated, had somebody come in and they quoted us. And you know, I've never bought a sliding glass door. So I'm thinking, it's gonna be a little quick little 4, 5 thousand at the most or whatever. Mother was double and some change. I was like, Lord. But it was one of those things where, we gotta get it done, or we don't have to live with it. We can go ahead and put the payments in there to where it's feasible for both of us. And yeah, that's how it was gonna go. I don't make enough money to where I can support my wife like that. I can't take care of the household like that. I just ain't. I ain't. I was. I was doing what I was doing in my youth, so I didn't establish that. So I'm gonna say hello to. Yeah, it was like nine to $11,000 with the payment plan. We had already dropped the G on it, so yeah. So what we're going to be looking at is trying to consolidate that so we could save a couple of grands by paying it off early. Um, After this year, then we can go ahead and double up on the payments. I got dreams that I've been working on, so that's why I can't put in what I need to put in. That's why I haven't been online as much because I'm instead of putting 2 hours into a video or an hour into the comments or doing a live, I've been spending my time trying to reach this goal or whatever. So it's been a little, you know, I missed y'all though. I get to see some of y'all and, wind down Wednesday, the chat, Miss Linda, Rashida, who else? There's a lot of broke, um, Mike. I see, G Mama. I see a couple of y'all over there, and I appreciate it. But yeah, yeah, yeah. So let me just say hello to the people that um, um, came in real quick, and then we're gonna move on from there. Man, that's a whole bunch of good people that came through. That's what's up. Official Jamia. I might have said that correctly. I might have said it correctly. Good to see you, Jane Doe. What's up with you, Jane Doe? How you doing? Hope all is well. Yeah, they think it's safe, CC. It ain't safe. I wouldn't have a TV if it was. Give it to me. Oh, really? Um, I'm a movie type guy, Barry. Um, Storms, Radios, and Catsberry. I like they said. I don't know if it's true or if it's fake, but they said that man. Oh man, what's the name of the movie? Not the Green. Is it the Green Mile? I think it's the Green Mile Two is coming out with the little rat. They got shocked in his hand. Coffee, John Coffee, but not spelled the same. Yeah, with Tom Hanks or whatever. Somebody, it was sent to me saying that number two is coming on, and it's because I watched the movie, so I wonder. But I'm a movie junkie, so I have to, always having it on my phone is just not convenient. But when I want to watch a good movie, I want to put it on that big screen out there and just kick back and just, we got all the seasoning to go on the popcorn, the dill, pickle, cheddar cheese, and all that stuff like that. I got to cut back on the salt. I went to go get my teeth done. They did one side of my face. They numbed it up, deep cleaning, 2 hours on this side. They're gonna do 2 hours on this side, and my blood pressure wasn't that great. So I'm cutting back at least half of the meat consumption that I had that I've been having, and now I'm going more fruits and vegetables. And it's because um, they said that mug was silent if they get you. So you know, I seen it. So I got to do better. Like we do all this prepping and stuff, and it's like if you ain't prepping your body, what you doing? So I'm trying to make drastic change. I'm trying to make changes again. I keep falling off the wagon. I mean, some of the new snacks that they be coming out with, they be just calling my name like a fiend. But let me get back in here. Um, that's a nice price for a 65 inch. Yeah, they got them up there. It was a Roku 4K TV. Me and my wife, we had to look up what Roku mean. What is the like? Sometimes it have like limitations of what it can and cannot do or whatever. So that's what we did. We looked to see what a Roku is, and it replaced the little Roku thing that we had. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good at that. I guess 4K is good too. And we replaced it. The TV that we did have was a 55 inch. Um, what is it? Um, I paid $216 for it the day after Black Friday, like 10 years ago, maybe. And I had that on layaway plan. Um, yeah, so that's the TV that we replaced. We put the 65 inch up. Then we got one of those 30 wall mounts because the that dresser is not wide enough to support the TV anyway. But I told my wife, I was like, let's just throw it on the wall anyway. So I'm glad we went on the ball. We bought it from Wally World. It was $61, and then we bought one for my son to put the 55 inch that we was giving him. We got that off of Amazon, and that came in, and that was like $29, and then they gave us like a sale on it or whatever. So yeah, but the Happy Max said these geese have been squawking for 2 weeks. Worried me for a hard winter. Yeah, ours is coming. Yeah, I can see it. So that's why I'm out in the chicken coop, trying to just observe everything that's going on, so that I can make any repairs, anything that I can do. before that snow hits. Like this weekend, I gotta do what I gotta do, but then I have to make sure that those steps are more level and make sure the water container is more level because it was spilling. Um, I tried to level it out. It was spilling, when they, play around it or whatever. So I'm trying to get that more level so that, during the wintertime, you don't want it to be frozen ground right there, because chickens are silly. They, it all don't come to them all the time. So yeah, I'm hoping that it works out. Let me make sure that I spoke to everybody. Oh, and I got some new fruit today. Yeah, a fruit I ain't never tasted before. And then some oldies but good. I know that was good on smoke. Yeah, it was, K Renee. It was good. I know you don't eat meat, but the ribs was pretty good. Ribs was pretty good. I'm gonna have to get I'm gonna have to start some karabi inside. I'm gonna have to do something because buying the fruits and vegetables it gets very costly, and plus I have the space, and that's my hobby is growing. And like Miss Linda said, the harvest is what she do it for. So health is wealth. So I gotta crank it up a whole big notch. Like I told my son, me and my son, we had oh my goodness, y'all. I caught Wally World slipping. They had put the what is that? On Tomahawk. I'm not saying it correctly. My wife said what? But the Tomahawk. Maybe I said it right there. The Tomahawk steak. I caught it on sale for 40. No, I caught it on sale for between 27 and 32. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it was a nice chunk of meat. And it was nice. So my son got back from vacation about 2 weeks ago on a Tuesday. Took it out on a Tuesday. Cooked that mug up on a Wednesday. I'm gonna put that on my community post just so y'all can see how it looked. And then my dad was telling me how I'm supposed to cook or whatever because I like my meat cooked all the way through, no pink. But he said you gotta have some pink in that. It's a quality piece of meat. Can't be doing that, son. I said, all right then. So I took my dad's advice, but since it was such a big piece of meat, I ain't eating no blood. I don't do that. Ain't no, not me. So I cut that mug, sliced that mug straight down the middle or whatever, butterfly that mug, then did the thing, boom, boom. Yeah, I did the Macarena with that mug. Yeah, I wasn't getting down with blood, but yeah, it popped, it popped. And then I threw some other stuff on. I'm gonna have to send y'all. I'll put it in my community post. Let y'all see what I was working with. That mug was blessed. My son was he was happy. He was like, Daddy, that was a lot. I like that. I was like, no. And that's what brings me to the conversation. I was telling him, I said, Daddy got to change his diet because I haven't been eating healthy enough. So, instead of having that portion, I'm gonna have like 1/8, 1/4 of that portion. I'm gonna have more fruits and vegetables because I've got to be here to watch you as your track meets and stuff like that. So you can't do it like that. Okay, he didn't understand, but I explained it to him. So, Nikki, hey, what's up with you, girl? How you doing? How you doing? Hope all is well. Nikki be Nikki be dropping those videos. I meant to. There's two videos I forgot to go check out. Dropped the video. I forgot to go back over there. Yeah, everything is expensive. Do you know the small? I don't go to Mickey D's that much, but I take my client like once a week. The the sodas are $1.90 for a small, and it costs less to get a medium meal than it does to get. They don't even sell small meals. He would he get a quarter pounder with cheese? Small. I couldn't even get it in the small. It was more expensive than getting it in the medium because they had to the way they have to attach it or whatever. They couldn't do it. Like wow, this is clowning. But I still, you know, I'm not buying no soda. Y'all. I'm sorry. Jones True, what's up with you? How you doing? Hope all is well with you. We had to make some expensive purchase this year too. Yes, Nikki, you had got your car fixed. I seen that. You had I'm glad you went that route too. That's basically the same price that I paid for my transmission as well. Y'all, what we're referring to is on Hands in the Dirt's channel. Nikki Bougie, them three, um, they do they wind down Wednesday, and she was talking about her transmission and stuff, and it felt good to hear her say that because it's about the same that I paid, and they put it in for that price as well. Yeah, yeah. Check out Hands in the Dirt and Nikki and Bougie over there. What's up with you, my? I mean, Miss Native Cherokee 70. Good to see you. Hope all is well, everyone. I'm getting moving down this chat. I'm gonna show y'all this new fruit that I have real quick. Unbiased. What's good, girl? Hope all is well. I know it's been taking me a long time to get down this chat, but I had to just let these words come out. I don't do well. I don't like well done beef. That's that's all I know. That's all I know. I've never, that blood. I just don't. Yeah, I could dig it. I just don't know it. All I know is well done. But it's a lot more chewy. But I want my food to digest correctly. And I be thinking that I don't know. It just I don't know. I don't know. Let's get down. What up with you, Mike? Hope all is well. Mike just dropped the video. Uh, uh, garden tour and harvest. Yeah, he dropped that video a couple of hours ago. I gotta go check that out too. I put it into my watch later category. Catch that. Um, just, just, just been busy. And with garden tours, I can't drive and do garden tours because I want to watch. I want to see, the plant life. I want to see all that you show on there. You can't do that while driving. You're doing this right here. I don't want to do all that. I want to really, you know, zone in when you're doing your thing. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna catch that video though, Mike. Yeah, the dealership did ask for $11,000. I remember you saying that, Nikki. I'm fine. I use new car. I can dig it, Nikki. Okay, so this is the new edition. Hold on, let me grab this. Where's the? Okay, I made it to the bottom of the chat. So that's what's up. Let me make sure. Yep, that is the bottom of the chat. So this is what I have right here. I have heard people say something about this, but I've never had it. These are called. I can't even show you. I'm gonna make carrot. What does that say? Carrot cake with my carrots. Carrot cake is made with carrots. Didn't even know, man. I thought it was just the name. That's what's up, though. Serena, oh, hope all is well. These are called jujus, or some jujus. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm that's the way I say it. I don't know how. So yeah, it is. Mike, sorry, man. I ain't know. But yeah, that's what this is. These are called jujubes. Jujubes. There we go. Jujubes. So I've never tasted those before. So I get to taste that today. And then here go my favorite fruit right here. This is my baby. I finally have a zucchini growing. Hopefully the ants get it pollinated. Okay then, Serena. That's what's up. That's what's up. So this is Nikki was laughing at unbiased. What did unbiased say? Um, oh, she was probably laughing at me. They was laughing at me. Okay, so this is my favorite food in the whole world. This I don't. It's not ready, but I just picked this up. I just picked it up like 30 minutes before I call y'all. Y'all know what this is, right? Yeah, cherimoya. Here got my screensaver right here. Yeah, okay. So this is my favorite fruit. If there's another fruit that y'all thought of that maybe in comparison or tastes better than this, let me know in the comments below. And if you're on the replay, I appreciate you. So those are the two things that I got. Here's the third thing right here. This is my favorite dragon fruit. I have only tried like three or four different kinds. What's up with you, Precious? Um, Watching on TV. Oh, I'm on the big screen. I appreciate you putting me up there. But this right here, this is the yellow dragon fruit. I've tried a few different dragon fruits, but this is the one that I love. Yeah. So let me see. What does it say? Um, Serena says next next week temperatures are dropping into the 79 and 80s for the high rain chances too. Should I plant beet and carrot seeds tape or wait a little longer to make sure they don't get above 90 degrees? I would say look at the 10-day forecast and look at your what's the name of that? There's another system. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna say it in the chat, but man, it's a forecast things that tells you, the history of your actual zip code as far as, your frost date and how your range is dictated as far as where there are inconsistencies and consistencies. So yeah, I would say at least look at the 10-day forecast um, to know. Yes, you're a star. Hot down. So we're gonna cut this mug up real quick. Yeah, that's that yellow dragon fruit. And see this cherimoya, it just came off the plane, y'all. Like it flew. When I went there to the Asian store first, um, and it's a four, so it's not organic or anything like that. But I'm still gonna harvest these seeds. But it just came off the plane because when I went there, she was like, "Oh, my boyfriend will be back." Maybe she said boyfriend. She said some word and said that he'll be back um, in a few, what she said, 10, 15 minutes. But I had to go. I was at work. I was like, "Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back." So yeah, and that this chamoya, this right here, this was $20 right here. Yeah, this was $20. I think it's like 17.99 a pound, 16.99 a pound, one of those two. This right here was 7.99 a pound. But yeah, that's what it looks like. This one tastes way better, in my opinion, than the other ones that I've tasted. The other ones they taste bland. I don't want no bland food. No, no, I do not. Yeah, this one looks a little different. Like these little bitty specks in there, and it's really really seedy. But yeah, see, they're sweet. Yeah, this was like $6 right here. This it was like $6. I was trying to sign my son up for what is it called? Um, Different classes that they offer to help people with um growing what I eat. What's up with you, man? How you doing? Um, just trades. They offer trades at his school. So I was signing him up, and I told him he had to take a trade. I said, "There's no answers, but about it." And I told him, when it comes down to it, you have enough math, you have enough of, of the essentials to still be a force to reckon with. I don't have the same type of um, um, I'm trying to find a good way to say it. I didn't make it as far as he did, and my grades didn't look as well. A lot of things are looking better in his favor than they did for me, and that's when you know you did good. But yeah, my son's making me real proud. Like me and he was working on that, and we was putting it together. We were working together and stuff. It was like, you know, it feels good to be a dad. Seriously. So, but yeah, I don't know what I was talking about. But one of my pet peeves is people that cut in line. I was at Costco and there's this couple that was the line. We had like 10 people in front of us or whatever, something like that. And then I see this couple, and yes, our child success is our success. Yes, I've been pushing. I've been I've been encouraging. I've been insisting. I've been doing everything to just make sure that their comprehension level is up. Make sure that you know, we all have a disability to some degree, and him understanding his disability and learning how to, um, navigate with those things. So if things that are really boring and it's hard for you to concentrate on it or whatever, underline the big words or remember the big words, and then reference back to it. Find things to help you remember about it. The future of gardening. Wishing you all the best. What's good? What's good with the future of gardening? I'm had to come check you out and see what's good with you. Um, Let me see what Serena said. I've harvested my first Dean Rainbow cherry tomato last week, which ripened to a dark golden yellow, and the second one Tuesday night, which looks like it will be the same color. I have never had a. Yes, I have. The new. Um, I like yellow tomatoes. I had the little cherry tomatoes from Baker Creek. Baker Creek didn't start chart. If you want tracking, I think it's like $8. I bought my last. I have a $50 order. $49 is a change order. It had been like 10 days. I ordered it on the 5th. It wasn't here on the 18th. They told me to wait until the 21st. So that was my. Hopefully that's my last one. Like I have so many seeds, and now that I have the space, it's like if I don't have it, I can just trade them. So I keep saying that, but I'm just addicted to these seeds. But I digress. Um, that yellow tomato was very good. It was a new variety. It started with a G. It was micro and it was a dwarf tomato. At least the way I grew it, it did. I put it in hydroponic. I still ain't shared that video with y'all. But yeah, that's what's up, Serena. Glad that you was able to harvest that. How did it taste for you? Um, yeah, how did it taste for you? Um, uh, oh, really good. Yeah, I've only had one kind, only one. Yeah, mm. This is sweet. If you see dragon fruit in the store, if they have an option by going to um, Asian markets, Spanish markets, African markets, all them type of things, besides a regular grocery store, if you find the yellow one, it is sweeter. It has it has more complex flavors, in my opinion. Now I haven't tried now. Jay over there, Cali Bro, um, Cali Bro something I can't remember, but Jay's juicing with Jay, he has a slew of dragon fruit. So but he did tell me that there's complex flavors that come with dragon fruit, and that you know, I should try other ones. But I think he said that yellow. See that is, you know it, Nikki. But he said that the yellow is one of the sweetest varieties. So I still haven't shared that. I got so many videos but this is really good. I want to try this jujube, and then see if I can actually harvest the seeds. Just maybe the leaves are beneficial. Maybe you can make tea out of them. Maybe I can feed it to my chickens. So I'm gonna see what's up with the jujube. I might even taste one online. Now, Hudson, what's up with you? How you doing, Hudson? Hudson that came up in here. Hudson had been doing it ever since she got that plot of land over there. Y'all got to go check her out. That joy that you see when she's explaining things and showing y'all things, it seems to me that it's different than when she was working with. She seemed grateful that she had that space, but now that she has that plot of land, it seems like there's a different type of joy that she's experiencing. I may be wrong, but that was just my observations. So thank you for bringing us along to tell your story, Hudson. Yeah. Let's see. I think I seen Will came in here. Let's see. Big Will, what's up with you, man? How you doing? Hope all is well with you. Let me see what Big Will said though. Uh, Broham, what's up, man? Man, I ain't use that word. I remember I was 19. I went back to Georgia, and I was using bruh and broham all the time. That was like my new word, and everybody else was using a different word. And they was laughing at me, calling me names and stuff. But you know, peer pressure don't work that well with me. I've been I've been a certain type of guy for a long time, and um, yeah, I'm smarter now, but I used to, yeah, so it didn't matter. Now that I got bigger and older, I use a lot more logic. Let me see, what did he say though? I'm building my new complex post bid. That's what's up, Big Will. I I was watching G Mama, and G Mama was talking about her bags, and I have some leaves that was decomposing. I put that in the chicken coop, but it makes us be not be able to see the chickens as well because they're black australopes, so they're dark, and the leaves are dark, and the leaves have been decomposing. So there's life in there, but you might not be able to see it. So I put it over there with the chickens. So next summer, I can go ahead and rake all of that stuff up with their chicken stuff or whatever, and that'll be the top layer of my soil. You know what I'm saying? Or to be the middle. You know, I put something on top of it or whatever, but I can rake that up, go ahead and take that out, put it in the garden. Um, and I got some other ideas for next spring. I have a couple of months to do some research. I'm gonna be looking at some other things. Man, I have been on here. I was at 15 minutes. I gotta get up out of here. So I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. Yeah, I've been here way too long. Let's see. Let's see. On the road, but will be home soon. Oh, Hudson says she on the road, y'all. Um, uh, everybody is speaking to everyone. Let's see. Um, Seen around, but Sabrina says with temperatures dropping next week, I may end up with an avalanche of mini spoons, man. So I've never tried those. Are they bland? How do those taste? Are you going to make sauce? Who? I guess she's talking to Serena. I mean, I guess they are talking to Serena, the future of gardening. Says, are you going to make sauce? And let's see, let's get down to chat. Bigger harvest. Yes, yes, I hear you then, Hudson. Cali Bro J. There we go. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Nikki, for that. Um, Serena says, which one's always conducting investigations without the other plants knowing? Undercover crops. Okay. Yes, it's doing. Yes, Hudson is doing her thing. Yes, she is. Um, Everyone is speaking. Um, I'm trying to harvest that big squash. Y'all got to go check her out. She got that big squash over there. I'm always good. Okay. GTJR, I guess Nightbot is not sharing it. Mm. But I just came on here for a few minutes. Oh, let me tell you the story about Costco. So there's a couple. Y'all, I got ADHD, so I can tell a story and not forget. So the couple, we got about 10 people in front of us or whatever. The couple, I see them as we move up like a space or two, and there's a person there with a scanner, and they're scanning to just make the process to check out easier. So as we're getting closer, I see the couple right here, and I'm thinking, they're probably going to, you know, that side over there. And as I get one person in front, I see them eyeing the self checkout, and so they're like positioned like right there. I'm positioned after, and this person is about to move at the checkout, and they look at me when they say it. They say something like, "Hey, um, whatever they said, I can't remember what they said. It was one of those things where you can ignore it or you can say something." I said, "No, the line star back there." I'm like, "You seen us right here? Oh, the line star back here." You know that lady looked me up and down like she was gonna start something, like she had that kind of look. And then I looked over at him. I was like, I'm the wrong person to play with. I was like, please find me somebody to play with. Like, and I'm looking at him because um, what I'm taught, how I live my life is you try to let your environment, your circle, be a reflection of who you are. So I would like for my wife to understand if you get caught doing something, if you're in the wrong or whatever, know your place, step back, or don't involve yourself. There's certain rules to engagement, and you're going to put your husband into a different situation. And so I teach that part. I teach that with everyone in my life. I teach that. But that is one of my pet peeves is people jumping in line. And I don't understand why I have that issue. But that bothers me. It's one of those things where now I don't like when people don't use their signal light. So those are two pet peeves of mine that I really need to um, categorize and ignore. But it's harder to ignore. And he was just about to cut me. And then when they still cut in line, like two more people, then they came or whatever, and then she still was looking at me. And then I was like, "Hey, man." I'm like, "I don't know what y'all doing, but you're not scaring me. You need to," and I'm actively telling them, and I'm directing my voice. I don't have to yell for you to hear me, but I'm gonna direct my voice to where it's not loud, it's directional, so you know that I'm talking to you. And it's like, and finally he said something to her in another language, and she understood that that's not, leave that man alone. And I hope that she understood that. And I'm glad that she understood that, because it's like, conduct yourself in a manner that's appropriate. Y'all were wrong, and y'all knew what y'all were doing when y'all were doing it. And because somebody say something about it, then you want to know that's not how it works. And I wasn't doing it to embarrass them. I was doing it because I don't like it. It's not cool. I can't tell you how to behave, but you're not gonna sweat me like that. And my issue was with him. She's a representation of you, so make sure that when you come into public that there's some understanding, I guess. Um, but I'm gonna get up out of here. Let me say hello to the chat real quick, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Uh, Thanks, fam. I'm trying to. I harvest. You did. My husband said she. I gotta go check that video out too. A lot of videos to check out. I'm glad that y'all was able to come over here. I'm still waiting for female blooms on my Georgia sweet candy roasted squash plants. Wondering when I should pull them if they don't produce. First frost date is November the 1st. I have no clue. Um, yeah, I have no clue. Um, wow, that's, let me see, September, October, November. Um, I don't know about maturity date, but the male flowers come first on a lot of different ones. And the male, because, because of just basic things, basic instructions or whatever, um, there are um, males come first. So same thing can be applied to plants and stuff. A lot of things um, with plants as well. You know, producing. Let me see. You just caught up Aaron in the wilds of Alaska, bro. That's all. Yeah, Big Will. There's a I try to stay out their way. There's been other ones, but I'm able to um ignore a lot of things. But when it comes down to just little things like cutting in line, it's like I don't like it. Now, if you're doing that in traffic, I don't care about that as much. You just, like that's all I ask. If you need to do something, talk to me. That's all. But just blatantly, I don't, it bothers me. But I'm gonna get up out of here. Okay, I definitely gotta go. I got to split, but it was good to visit for a bit. I hope y'all have a great weekend ahead. Have fun. Same to your future of gardening. Thank you. I know you probably go, but I appreciate everybody that's on the replay as well. I gotta get out of here. Um, yeah, it's not cool. No. See you later, future of farming. Okay, okay. Donating to the channel. Thank you, Jane Doe. Yeah, it wasn't cool. All right, y'all. So I am going to open this Jujube really quick, see what's in it. Um, and then we're gonna um, go real quick. Let's open this. Can you see it? No. Oh, it's got a big seed in it, huh? I'll see you later, Big Will. Let's see what this is. Is this fruit done? Look kind of weird inside, different inside. Let's see. I've had this before. This tastes similar to something I've had in Georgia. Tastes almost like those small little apples that they have. Yeah, it tastes similar to that. Mm, yes, it do. Hmm. All right, y'all. Well, I thank y'all for coming over real quick. This is supposed to be a 10, 15 minute live, but I got to talking. I can't wait for this to go ahead and mature in about 2 or 3 days. I'm gonna have a lot of fun, these jubies, and I'm gonna finish up this yellow dragon fruit, and I'll catch y'all out in these YouTube streets. All right, y'all. It's GT Junior Grows in Alaska, and I appreciate you. Remember, always trust the process. I'm out.